Welcome back, everyone. We're back on the Ham and Turkey Saturday podcast, NBA podcast. That'll also be on YouTube. I want to get right into it because we had a spirited debate off camera, and there's a lot of NBA questions we need to get into today. So we're just gonna get right into it. So I want to introduce everybody. We got in the top left, my left, we got my man Steve White. If anyone doesn't know Prime, he is a basketball player, but he's not only a basketball player, he's a professional basketball player. He played professionally overseas. He played for Gates Childline in high school, right?
Yeah.
And very, 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 very knowledgeable basketball player, very, very heavy in the basketball community in Rochester. To my bottom left, I have one of my coworkers, Frank DeGulio, very passionate Bulls fan and also irrational D-Rose fan.
Hey.
It's DiGiulio, but you're good.
He knows his stuff too. And lastly, everyone knows Chester. You know, he's probably the best basketball player in the Rochester area that no one knows about, but also very knowledgeable basketball mind. And these are some of the basketball minds that I trust to give sound critique and sound and objective analysis of what's going on in the NBA right now. So we got about 5 questions we're going to answer today in debate format. And so we're just going to get right into it. So the first question that I remember that I asked, I said, how did we like the bubble basketball, and which teams stood out to you in the bubble? So Prime, this is your very first time. So Prime, you go first, then Frank, you'll go.
All right, we can do that. But I like the bubble. Like, I didn't think it was nothing different. Like, when they announced it, I was like, cool. And then, like, all the players was talking about, like, they didn't know how they was going to feel without a crowd. I'm like, yo, we grew up playing in open gyms. Like, you don't need fans. The fans going to be watching the show, the TV. Like, you don't need that to actually play. And it's so close to playoffs. It was seeding, and, like, it's going to be competitive just off the strength of that. So, I mean, I was cool with it. It don't look no different to me. It don't feel no different. I mean, outside of the fact it feel like whatever gym they shooting in is a shooter's gym, whatever, and then they ain't playing no defense. it's like 2 teams playing defense. But other than that, I mean, it was all the same to me. It was all, I liked it. It was cool.
Right.
I like the bubble too a lot. Basically, I like how they all came together with the camaraderie, with everything's going on, coming together as a league, and just like I like the Zoom meetings, how they got all the fans around too. That's real cool to see. You got people interactive with it. Yeah, I think it's just a great idea, and we might have to do it next season too if they don't figure everything out. So yeah.
Oh, I ain't gonna. Oh, one thing though, I do like the fact that they all together because it made it more like competitive and like people talking crazy.
Yeah. One thing too about not having fans around
and Chris Paul, I love that.
Like all that, like that junk was like, yeah.
Not having fans too, I feel like it helps certain players that might be nervous during crowds. Like you see TJ Warren, maybe he was nervous. Now he's dropping 30 plus a game because
now you just playing
open gym.
Yep. Yeah. Jess, what you think of the bubble basketball?
I love it, man. It's the best. It's what they originated on, man. Everybody playing in the gym, getting together. It's just better basketball. They all stuck together. You can't do nothing else but play basketball.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I love the bubble idea. I'm glad Adam Silver decided to actually put in the effort and time of trying to say, yo, we're going to have basketball regardless of what's going on, instead of being like the NCAA and being like, oh, no, we don't want it because we don't want to have a lawsuit. He actually took the time out, has a process that's actually working, and no, they have 0 tests the whole bubble, and I love to see it. So I'm very glad that they were able to do the bubble. As we transition to the second part of the question, if we got a team that has stuck out to me, I mean, I obviously think that it was the Suns, man. The Suns really got after it. Them going 8-0 in the bubble. Book, doing what he's doing. I think the Suns really put people on notice for next year that they are coming and they are ready. I mean, I like Mikal Bridges. He was showing out. DeAndre Ayton. I mean, I don't like DeAndre Ayton because I don't feel he's proved anything yet, but he's definitely was dominant for those 8 games that they played. But that's the team that intrigued me. Who did you guys think, was an intriguing team?
I think I would the same thing though. Like Phoenix intrigued me a lot. Phoenix intrigued me because 2 years ago when Book didn't have a point guard, I was like, yo, if he get a point guard that is a facilitator first and he doesn't have to play point guard, that's gonna work. And then they got Rubio. Then I was like, yo, if we get a big man, that's gonna cut. Like they could build around that whole thing. So when Ayton got suspended, it was like we can't see how that worked. But now that in this, like you can see that this is gonna be some. I don't want to say special, but if they work that team right and build around that the correct way.
Right. They could hover around the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed.
Yeah. And I mean, if they get the right, they can get a couple of vets or something like that. They can work their way to the middle of the Western Conference because Book is like that.
Yes, he is.
Book is like that. So like that was a team. I mean, I didn't get to watch them as much, but the fact that they went undefeated in the bubble like that, like they intrigued me a lot. And actually, Philly probably is the one that disappointed me the most because they was just trash.
Yeah, absolutely. I got them losing the first round.
Yeah, facts.
What about you, Frank? Who's the team for you that stood out?
For me, well, obviously the Suns, but for me, Denver. Even though the record wasn't that great, losing Gary Harris and Will Barton early, that team's depth is crazy. Like although I think they're the 3rd seed or the 4th seed, they're playing the Jazz the first round. But that depth with Bol, you got Plumlee looking better in the high post. He's doing more playmaking. Obviously, you got Jokic, who's a superstar, and you got all those people that can create their own shot and shoot threes from everywhere. Like that team's gonna do some damage.
I told everybody Michael Porter, man, they tripping.
Absolutely. I don't know. See, the thing is, he fell under the radar because he was like, 19 or 20? He had back issues coming out of Mizzou.
Yeah, out of high school too. He had him in high school.
Have back issues.
Hey, bro, we're gonna take that chance with a player like that. You crazy?
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. They should have definitely.
He's like 6'10", right?
Yeah, man.
Close to it. Him and Bol went down because of his injuries. Man, we're gonna take a chance on that. Listen, I go down swinging on that one.
Chess, who you got, man? Who's your?
I'm going with Frank. That's everything I thought it was going to be. To see Michael Porter being to the player he is, and Bol being able to help out and also in the floor. That's nothing more you can ask for as a basketball person.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And they got Jamal back. Jamal that.
All of them.
You like Jamal?
All their
Murray
games
like
were
that?
so close.
I do like Jamal Murray.
Listen, Jamal Murray, he
as a scorer, not nothing crazy.
He should be playing it too, right?
He's 6'5". He's 6'6". He might be like.
Yeah,
I think he's like
6'5"
too in point.
Yeah,
I agree. No, 100%. I just know he can score. He like that.
Yeah,
he can score.
They have.
Other than that, I don't know too much enough.
But that's what I like about their team because he's not really a one. But
he don't need to be, right? Yeah,
fact. He's a point. That's a point center.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, you want a Jokic train now, Chess?
I never said he couldn't pass. Never said he couldn't pass.
Jokic's my guy, though, man. He do what he got to do.
He don't play enough D.
I mean, that's everybody.
Not Kawhi.
I mean, outside of that, there's not too many big men.
Don't be sick.
Didn't he just hold the game winner? He got to relax.
Hey, yo, my book like that.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Relax on this book club. They're not even in the bubble no more. Like, relax.
All right. Yeah, but they're the only one that went undefeated in the two.
Yeah, undefeated and at home with us.
Hey, that's just because they had got a late start.
Yeah.
The rest of the season was going on. You know, they got a.
No, I'm talking about with Ayton. I'm talking about with Ayton being on. If he wasn't suspended that first one, they probably the race would have been closer. They wouldn't have had to come back from.
Man, they was trash after those 25 games. Check the record. They was trash.
But I'm saying, but that's when Ayton just got back though. Like if he would have started the season, like he'd have had his rhythm going. Eventually, like he'd have got it going. They'd have been able to gel together earlier.
That's a good point.
Okay.
I don't like DeAndre Ayton either, but he definitely made a difference for them down low, and he can actually run and protect.
Y'all know Nurkic
stretching the floor
the whole
too.
First part of the season, right?
Say
But
that
they
again?
got
Making
somebody that.
excuses for him just
Wait.
sitting out, not because of no injury, because of PED use.
You talking about
Yeah,
Nurkic?
Nurkic
think-
set out the whole first part of the season.
He had the
Yo,
broken
bro,
leg too, I think. He had the
There's a
broken leg.
difference though. I said Book is like that, but Dame is like that.
Yeah. No question.
That's different.
No question. I want to give an honorable mention real quick before we move forward to players. Honorable mention to the Brooklyn Nets for playing hard. Now,
Nah, they always do. That's a fact.
They always
they
play
do,
hard.
they do
Yeah.
always play hard. And
But
here's
so why are
why.
they getting an honorable mention for something that they did all last year without?
What I'm
Kyrie?
saying,
Like I don't have no
True.
doubt
They were
that
they were
play
very
hard.
good last year.
Yeah, like a lot
That
of
team was
players
fun
don't,
last
a
year.
lot of people don't know about Brooklyn, especially when all these players went down. Like nobody expected them to do anything in the bubble because they had so
But
many.
they
But
didn't
for
really
them to come in
lose
and still
much to
play
get
hard. I
that team.
respect that. Is what I'm saying.
All they lost was D'Lo. They didn't lose nothing else to get that team.
Going into the bubble, they didn't have Kyrie, they didn't have KD, they didn't have any of their players.
But
Cares
even when
about-
Brooklyn was like trash, they always play. Like I'll watch their games just the fact that they play hard. Like you're gonna get their best out of them.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about this year, but that team from last year, that's the base
Yeah.
team. Like, it's the same team. The only person that's different is D'Lo.
Yeah, it is the same team.
D'Lo's starting to get a little tad bit overrated for me. Just a tad.
I
I
ain't-
think. Just a tad.
I
Just a
don't
tad.
I didn't have him high.
We gotta see how
Nobody
next
has him
season
high.
goes.
Who has D'Lo?
I was about to say I never had
He's
him
in,
highly
he's
rated.
in Minnesota
so-
now.
You never had him highly
He's in
rated?
Minnesota.
Nah.
Never.
I mean,
Never.
Frank, he's with the right person. He's with Cat. Your boy.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
My
two
what? My
overrated
boy.
teams.
I don't like Cat like that. My
Me
favorite
neither.
son is
That's the wrong
DeMarcus Cousins,
person.
but DeMarcus Cousins might be done for him. But
But they friends in
You
real
need to be shipped back to Jared Allen, somebody that played defense.
Exactly. So I had to throw some Brooklyn Nets love. One thing about the Brooklyn Nets though that's intriguing to me, like you said, it is the same team from last year and they do play super hard. But one thing that's gonna hurt me to see is think about when Kyrie comes back fully healthy and KD come back fully healthy. I'm sorry. I have to go here because Karis LeVert has shown that he
Yep.
deserved to have the ball.
He's
in his-
tough.
right?
Has he shown that he deserves the ball over
Yeah.
Kyrie
that's
Irving?
yeah, exactly. I don't see like he can be
Well,
a
I
number
don't-
two, but
yeah, I don't
isn't
know
a-
if he's like a number one type. Of
it's
dude,
not an effective
like,
number one or two though. Like,
Okay, so when Kyrie comes back, are we going to see the same Karis LeVert, or are we going to see a spot up shooter? That's the point. I'm
We're
about
probably
to
see a spot up shooter. That's what happens. Next
It
man
probably be a
up
spot up
is-
shooter until like the first group of subs.
Yeah, he get
So
his
he's,
touches.
probably better suited to probably come off the bench.
No,
But
I don't.
it's
No,
just-
no. Don't. I wouldn't have him come off the bench. He can start the game, but just when those first subs start happening and Kyrie take a seat and whatever, he got his go time before he get his break.
And I'm gonna hate. To
what
see
about
it.
what do you think they do with Dinwiddie though?
It-
Because
That's a
Dinwiddie's a good
fact.
player too.
He's a really good player off that bench, man. Like their second unit.
He got to come off the bench though. Like,
Yeah, I agree. He does have it. Yeah, he got to come off.
Yes. But that give him
like,
a spark too. Like you need that though. You need somebody like that to be coming off the bench,
Yeah.
so you don't lose momentum, or so you can play catch up.
Y'all think Karis is gonna be apt to taking a bench role after what he's been doing in the bubble?
I think Harris should start at the 2, but they got to make sure he's involved. Like I don't want to see him in the corner the whole game. Like
Me neither. That's my thing.
he's
I don't want
coming off some
I
screens
think-
or something.
start Joe Harris.
I don't think Kyrie gonna play the same exact way like that way with KD on the court. Like I don't think it's gonna be like that.
I think it's going to be if he played like that with Russ, and Russ wasn't
But-
getting no buckets. Yeah, it's
But I
gonna
said that because it's more like they really like cool. Like they
Yeah.
could talk to each other different. They can do things differently. KD
I
could
don't
be
know.
like,
I don't know. They both sensitive. So
I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'm not saying no,
Right.
but I'm saying, all right, it's almost like when we like you a hoop one way, but if we on the same team and you wilding or you going or whatever, I could talk to you differently than somebody else. Like if they talk to you like that, it's like, yo, shut up. But
I don't get crazy. I don't get crazy on the court. I play.
I'm
my
talking
role.
about crazy. I'm talking about crazy as far as like not passing. Like you get in your moments.
Or what? Not passing.
Yeah,
You're crazy. I pass too much.
bro.
You do now.
I said you get in your moments.
He pass too much now.
Thank you.
He on his
I was young.
he on his
I was
LeBron.
supposed to shoot.
All right, Melo. That's Melo right there. That's exactly.
But the thing is Karis LeVert, I've been watching him for a couple years now, and he really is a bucket, like for real, for real. But
nah, he improve every year.
absolutely, but we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that when Kyrie Irving get on the team, he make the team worse. Y'all can say what y'all want, but anytime he get on the team, he make the team worse.
I can't say that though because
You can't say that to somebody that won a championship.
Hey, yo, Melo.
My
My fault.
Melo just hit a game winner.
Yeah.
Because he was playing
Real?
with who?
Melo hit another corner shot.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
right. Like, I don't want to talk about the Suns. Like, there's a play-in game right now. Even them going 8-0 was nothing.
But I mean, I'm
Nah,
not.
but yeah, Kyrie he played the right role when he was in Cleveland. Like LeBron get you all the way there and you finish. That's his role. That's what he need to do.
But the question is he a great player? That's the question. Player
Yeah,
means more
I
than
mean,
just the ball in the
like,
bucket. Basketball
yeah,
is
you
more
gotta
than
relax.
It depends on how you look at it, how you trying to describe a
you're
great
a
player.
professional player. Let us know. Let me know. You're adding credibility to this show.
No, that's what I'm saying though, because because of the skill level that he does have, like he's great. I say offensively, he's great. Like all around, nah, because I don't think he could really pass like that. I don't think he want to pass like that. But
His coach said it. His coach said if he wanted to lead, Brad Stevens said if he wanted to lead the league in assists, he could, but he doesn't. Now
that's
I can't
what I'm
respect
saying.
him for that.
Boston's
That's
a
what I'm
different
saying.
system though, so it's kind of
Hold
tough to
on.
base it off the Boston.
Right, that's a
couple
little
Boston years.
different though. That's like, so like if you put Kyrie, like being a great player, I feel like if you lining him up, he gonna be one of them top people that you gonna pick up. Like,
yeah, situations
it's-
are everything in the NBA. Like,
yeah,
I feel like we
that
can't judge him
dog
based off those
mentality
two
that
Boston
you
years because the team got better, but it didn't look good from what the media was saying.
right.
Like, we saw what he was capable of. Obviously, he was with LeBron. LeBron makes everybody better, but he's a
Right.
great player.
But I mean, like outside, like I told you before we started this, I was like, I don't really like watching him play because I don't think he played the game the right way. But
No, he does not.
he do what he do, and it's great.
Yeah.
He's great
And
at it. He's great at what he do.
I give him respect for that. I say Kyrie Irving is a great scorer. In my opinion, he's the best little man scorer we've ever seen in the league. I don't think that's debated, in my opinion. And I love Iverson, but Iverson can't score like Kyrie can. That's my
Kyrie's
opinion.
an insane finisher. He can finish.
Iverson
he
can
can do
finish,
everything
but
on
Kyrie
offense,
is a different finisher too.
Yeah,
Dumb layups
Absolutely.
like that he does, but I can't take any of that away from him. But when it comes to the other, Jalen Rose said last week, he said to be a superstar, you have to dominate 4 to 5 facets of the game.
Yeah,
And ask yourself, does he dominate 4 of the 5 facets of the game?
I say he a great. I'll say he great offensively. Like that's all. Every time I say he
That's
great
it.
offensively.
When you play,
Okay, so what's the
triple double?
game that Black Mamba had on Smash?
Go ahead, say,
Huh?
go ahead, say that.
What's the 4 parts of the game that the Black Mamba had?
Kobe could pass. Kobe could score. Kobe definitely played defense. Check his all defensive numbers. Kobe's definitely a great rebounder. He averaged 5 for his career for a guard. What else you want to go to?
He's 6'7".
6'6".
Okay. He wasn't dominant.
The inch means something. The inch definitely means
He wasn't a dominant passer.
When Pau Gasol got to the Lakers, he was definitely a dominant passer.
That
Go
was
look at
not
his
dominant
timeline.
passing.
I don't necessarily agree with a superstar dominates in 4 because that's tough.
All I'm saying is that's coming from an NBA player who played and was actually good in the league that said that.
But Kobe's
Yeah,
never been a
Jalen-
dominant passer. His whole
Jalen
thing
Rose
is
wasn't-
shooting too
yeah.
much.
Jalen Rose was a solid player in the league. He's not a superstar, but he was solid.
he was.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
man,
like-
he should. That's all he is though. Solid. Like I'm
But then,
not gonna
if you
take his
go by
opinion
that
on superstars.
criteria, how many superstars you had in the NBA? It's like
there's
4.
There's the point.
Dominated.
Exactly. It's
You don't
like
have
2 people that
superstars.
you're talking about.
So say that again, Chester.
It's only go ahead.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said there's only like 2 players in the league that you talking about, but you want to throw everybody in this ring.
There's 3 players I'm talking about. That's a superstar to me, or 4.
That dominate 4
That
phases of the
dominate
game.
4 levels.
Who's a name
Ron.
3 of them?
Kawhi, PG, and AD. They all dominate 4 facets of the game if they wanted to.
No, they don't. Only
What did-
LeBron.
hold on.
And
What
LeBron's not
does
even a dominant rebounder.
When you average 7 rebounds for your career, what do you mean? He had a triple-double like 2 nights ago in the bubble.
That doesn't make him a dominant rebounder.
But he's been dominating rebounding for a while. When he was in
No,
Miami,
he hasn't. I don't even think LeBron. I don't like dominant is like 15 rebounds. That's dominant.
See, I wouldn't use the word dominant. I say for a superstar, you got to be. I feel like you got to be great at like 2 things and like really good at like 2 or 3 other things. Like,
Yeah.
because like dominant at that's
realistically,
hard,
you
bro.
can't be dominant at everything. That's just
Like
the realistic.
everything.
That's retarded.
That's
4 out of
crazy.
5.
Like
That's 4 out of 5, and I gave y'all 4 players who was 4 out of 5 dominant at everything at those things. 4 out of 5.
I think PG lacks. I like PG a lot. He lacks the consistency.
What is PG dominant at?
See, now we're gonna get into a different conversation. If you make
Nah, I just really want to know because you brought it up. I really want to know like what.
Listen, PG can dominate scoring. He definitely could dominate passing. We know he's an elite 2-way defender, and he can pass the ball and he can stretch the floor.
I think you're confusing with
respect for
something
being
that
a
somebody
great
can
player
do
because
good and
big
being
shots.
dominant.
So
Yo,
you're
Confusing what somebody's
Yo.
doing good and being dominant.
Kawhi Leonard, my guy, but him and Paul George, they not like great passers. They just pass when they need to.
Yeah. If Kawhi doesn't have that mid-range, he throws a panic pass.
Yeah, like they not looking to pass the ball. Like that's not. They not Ricky Rubio is a great passer.
He is definitely a great passer.
Joker is a great passer. Like that's they looking for it. They can see the floor. That's great passing. Kawhi and PG, they just pass because they get stuck or they ain't got a shot.
Yeah, like Kawhi's still a superstar, but he doesn't dominate.
Yeah, he don't
rebounding or,
dominate.
passing,
Yeah,
but he's still a superstar. So I agree. I would agree he's a superstar, but I don't know. It's different.
That's why
levels for
my
every player,
criteria
I
for
feel like.
superstar is nothing about dominating a lot because that's hard. That's a difficult. You something different. You can dominate.
Yeah. I think it's more like the eye test to determine a superstar. Like you just know who can hoop.
I like that. Well, speaking of superstars, next question is, which players did y'all feel like dominated or stood out in the bubble? There's a couple obvious ones, but I want to hear.
So the MVPs?
Yeah, go ahead, Frank. Who did you think was a dominant player in the bubble?
Well, obviously they gave the MVP to Lillard earlier today.
Yeah.
Obviously Booker. I like my second favorite player is Bam Adebayo. He came up quick. I like Adebayo a lot.
Yeah.
He's got that.
Nah,
So his first step at the high post kind of reminds me of like early Amari, but like obviously he doesn't have like quite that athleticism, but he's up there. But like I like Bam Adebayo a lot. He's one of my favorite players. He's got a lot. If you can get like a little mid range, that'll change everything. Or like even post hook.
Ryan, what about you?
Well,
I'm gonna go with Dame. Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead, Cole.
Dame and TJ.
Yep.
And Book.
Mm-hmm.
TJ lost me in that little matchup last week.
I mean, listen, I wasn't expecting him to do that at all. Not even for one game. So
I wasn't
expecting the game was more than enough.
Hey, look, when TJ did, I would have rather TJ had 12 on 27 shots. If you're gonna talk crazy, if you're gonna talk crazy, at least try. But with me though, I think it's obvious. It's the two obvious though, like Book and Dame. That me personally, I like how Melo came out. I like how
he was hooping.
Huh?
He was hooping.
Yeah, I like that. I like how he showed up in the Bam situation. Like Bam, he getting
Chester's bullish on Bam. Chester love him some Bam Adebayo, boy.
Yeah.
Because you can see that he can be something though. Like you can see that.
Yeah. He could pass. He could dribble a little bit for his size. He's got a lot to his game, and he's
he
young.
brings the ball up the court.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn on Bam.
I think it's just nowadays.
What about Bam is not clicking with you?
Nah, his game isn't flashy enough for me, and that doesn't mean anything though. It means nothing.
You said okay.
That's personal preference. Why I don't.
Okay, I got you.
I think if he could shoot, his game would be a lot prettier.
Listen, the one defensive superstar, that's who he doesn't like.
Right.
I said I don't personally mess with him.
But who you like, DJ?
Wait till the first round. You'll mess with him.
Yeah, who your standouts, DJ?
Besides Book, everyone here knows how bullish I am on Book. That's my favorite player. So I've been on Book for a couple years now. And the only reason I discovered Book was because of daily fantasy. Like if you pick him in daily fantasy, he'll win you some money. But to come in a bubble after being, having 3 months off and averaging, 30 points on 50% shooting, like that is ridiculous to do in an 8-game stretch. I don't care if it's in season or out of season to average 30 on 50% shooting. That's like KD type level efficiency. So, and he was shooting 90% from the line too. So
telling you, man, it was a different air in that bubble, man.
hey, I don't know. Well, I do know what got into him. I mean, the national media don't know about him because the Suns lose, so they don't know
Yeah.
anything about Book. So
Yeah.
us who watch the game, we know that Book. It was prime. He's gonna be a superstar. They already
Facts.
compare him to Kobe with his game anyway. They compare him to Kobe. So I definitely thought Book should have won the MVP for what he did. But I'm not mad that Dame got it because, Dame is literally walking past half court and pulling before he even get beyond the logo. You know what I mean?
But Dame also willing his team to these wins though. Like they playing some tough teams, and he like, yo, we not losing.
Yeah.
Like,
And they said McCollum's got a bad back too, so he's really
Yeah, he
carrying.
fractured.
that's what I'm saying. McCollum got a fracture in his back. Like he really out here like, yo, we getting it.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised, but I'm not. My thing with Damian Lillard, and Chester knows this, is that I feel that Damian Lillard is better than Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Leaps and bounds better than Kyrie Irving. And for a while it was a debate whether Kyrie was better than Dame or not, and I don't even think it's close because, I mean, Dame is actually a willing passer. Like I think all y'all saw Gary Trent. Y'all saw how he was.
I was just about to bring him up.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
I like his game. Yeah.
Wow, earlier.
That's a willing shooter. That is a willing passer. That is how you're supposed to pass. Kyrie Irving don't pass like that. You know what I mean? He what did he say, Chester, after that playoff game? He should have took more shots, right?
Yeah, he was bugging.
Oh,
He
after
really
the
lost me on that
Bucks.
one.
He said I should have
He
took
really
more shots.
lost me on that one.
Instead of saying I should have got everybody else involved, he said I should have took more shots.
That boy said I should have took 4 shots.
So that's why Dame will not forever, but right now he's
He
unquestionably.
was like 5 for 22 or something like that.
Yeah, he said he should have shot 30.
That's old. That's something I would have heard from old Kobe. Like, yo, I should have shot. But
So, I don't know, it's tough to say that,
I
though.
like that not a lot of people know about, but he is good. Is my boy? It was 2 guys. My boy Duncan Robinson and Tyler.
Yo,
Hero. Those
Duncan?
2.
Yeah.
I rock with.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that Heat
That
team. That whole
boy,
Heat team is they
I
work together
like
real well.
Duncan.
The way he shoot the ball, man, I ain't gonna say I never seen it, but it's crazy. The only thing that Frank, I noticed the weakness in his game, bro. If somebody get around that pick and they stop him from catching it, bro, he is folding.
Yeah,
He can't
he's
dribble.
stuck.
He'll work
Yeah.
on that. He's young. He'll
Yeah.
figure that out.
He's-
I take
he's
him over
22.
Hero.
Hero can actually put it on the deck though. That's the
I
thing.
take him over Hero. And if I'm playing a team game, I take him over Hero.
Robinson cuts to the basket real well too. Like he can finish. He's tall, so he can finish too a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So those are the players that stood out to me. Oh man, I'm not gonna forget my boy Karis LeVert, man. I ain't gonna forget him.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
add Karis. You gotta add
Karis
Karis.
LeVert stood
Nah,
out.
yo, for real, John Morant, he continued his his situation too. Like he continued to play good basketball in this bubble too. So I ain't gonna
questionably be rookie of the year.
Oh yeah,
I
for
still-
sure.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he got it, but the things that
Wait,
that
Pat,
boy
who do you
Zion,
think should be rookie of the year then?
the things that boy Zion be doing, bro.
Oh my
listen.
God, no way. Oh God. No.
I agree. I just think he didn't play enough. If he
That-
got more games,
and that's why
That's
I'm not upset. If Ja get it, I get it because he didn't play enough. But Zion is he a whole difference maker. If they ain't minutes restrict him, they probably would be in this playing game.
I don't agree with that. I do.
He
not.
played 15 minutes a game for the first 4.
he looked out of shape though all 15 minutes. So that's kind
Like
of
they
tough.
posted that picture of him looking cut, and he came to the bubble.
Yo, if they didn't put him on a minutes restriction, I mean sometimes even just him being out there, I don't know, it does something. It's almost
Yeah.
like when KD played those 5 minutes in that final series, they actually won that game. But when he wasn't playing, it was just something about their presence. When he got it, he got that presence. It's some players where they get on the court and it just make a difference for whatever reason. They ain't even got to score. They just out there.
Chester, you think Zion has the same impact on the game as Ja?
Yeah.
Please
He has
explain.
way
it, Ja.
more.
Please.
He has way more of an impact.
You gotta explain it out, please.
How?
Yeah.
Have you watched the Pelicans game without him?
Watch the Pelicans game. Yes.
The game plan is give Brandon Ingram the ball, and that's it. when Zion comes in, it looks like a real team.
Okay, I can get with that. I can get with that, but I will say this: Brandon Ingram is their best player, though.
For now, I guess. Like
For now,
year
yeah.
two. For now, yeah. I haven't seen enough Pelicans games this year to say anything really, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still taking
It's a
Ja as
bad-
rookie of the year.
Until Lonzo get right, it's a bad situation.
Man,
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Lonzo.
my boy,
He has
man.
5 good games and
He
30
looks
bad
horrible,
games.
man.
I like Lonzo. though.
Frank never
He'll
liked
figure it out.
Lonzo.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think he's
But
gonna
at
figure
the
it
same
out?
time, I don't never expect him to score that much either. So
I expect him to score more than 5 points, though.
I
you
don't.
gotta give me 10. Come on, like give me
Prime,
10.
I
you're not
never
in the
looked at-
NBA yet, Prime. But I
Huh?
promise you can go out there and score more than 5. I promise you that.
Oh, I know I could because I'm gonna look to do it, but I don't think Lonzo ain't trying to go out there and score no points like that for real. That's just not how he plays.
But I really like before the Corona happened, bro. He was playing so well, bro. And I don't. They said reporters were saying that he just looked out of it, like he looked disinterested. I'm like, come on, man. Like I really want to root for him, bro, but I can't root for
Lonzo.
18% from the field. I can't root for that.
Oh, he his interest gonna spike real a lot when Melo get in here because Melo gonna get in here and get crazy.
You saw they
You
just
know-
fired Alvin Gentry too? So they got-
That too.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't like
understand why
it.
they did that.
Yeah, I like
I don't
Gentry.
like it. I
So
don't
I
like
don't
it. I don't like it.
So we got any more players that stood out in the bubble? I had to get Karis LeVert in there.
Who was it between the most improved? It was Brandon Ingram and who am I thinking about? Oh no, he wasn't in the bubble, so never mind. Never mind.
You was talking about
Honestly-
Dante?
Yeah, he ain't in the bubble.
I think Porzingis showed a lot. I honestly I don't really like Porzingis' game like that. He used to just set half-ass screens and pop to
yeah,
3-point line
good
all
job.
game long. He's actually posting up now, hitting those like mid-range jumpers. Like
hate
he should
Porzingis.
be in the post. I
Yeah,
don't really like
I
Porzingis,
think
but
it's more
he's
so.
looking better.
I think it's more so because of the Mavs system. Like he can't hang out there. He has somebody who can score on the perimeter, so he can mix his game up some. In New York, he had to do everything.
Well, as a
I have to
Mavs
go with
fan,
you guys.
I think they're just trying to keep as much pressure off of those knees as possible.
That's what I'm saying, right? So like
True.
that's actually good coaching on Carlisle.
Carlisle's a great coach. He's an awesome.
fact.
Right, definitely one of the most underrated coaches ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Ever. Yeah, ever.
I got a question for you guys. So, they were doing top 5 players. Paul Pierce was, he always says wild stuff, but he brought up a great point. So he had his top 5 players, and Paul Pierce was saying, and I want each of you guys to take on this. He said that in 2 years, Luka Doncic is going to be the best player in the league. Also, what I didn't know is that Luka Doncic is in the running to be on an all-defensive team. So I'm curious to hear what your I'm curious to hear
Yeah.
your perception of Luka and what do you think about him being a top 5 player now?
All defensive.
All
Yeah,
defensive.
you lost
Where
me
did you hear
at you lost me at all defensive. He's a
Hold
great
on,
player.
time out.
man.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm like, am I watching these games correctly? All defensive.
Where did you see this at?
This is on Twitter. This is one of these writers. He was verified on Twitter too.
Oh,
Nah.
nah, there's a lot of verified people on Twitter that make 0 sense. Twitter is it's tough. I love Twitter, but you cannot trust
Yeah,
basketball opinions on
Don't
Twitter.
believe what you see on
What-
Twitter.
what-
Luka my guy, but all defensive.
top 5 player in the next couple years.
Nah, he's out there playing defense, but he's not all defensive.
You said would he be top 5 in the
He'll
next
be
2
in top
years?
5. He said in the next year or two, Luka's going to be the best player in the league.
Giannis is only 25 years old. Like he's
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
gonna be hard to beat that dude. until Giannis decide that he don't want to work hard no more. I don't know how you.
And I still think, even though KD's coming off that Achilles, if he looks like the same KD again, he'll still be
That
the best
too.
at 33, 34 years old, whatever.
And Pascal Siakam, he improves every year.
Mm-hmm.
Does he really though? Like
He improves something
he's
every
good,
year.
but see, this is what got it for me. People are starting to say he's better than Paul George.
Nah, I mean,
I wouldn't say he's
Siakam
better
puts up
than him
numbers.
now.
No.
I'm saying I wouldn't say he's better than him now because I don't think he's as great of a scorer. But he's, like I said, every year he gets better.
I agree.
So
He does get better.
that's gonna.
Here's why you say this though, Ernest. Paul George's game is very pretty to watch. Like he is fun to watch.
Right.
Pascal Siakam has a stiff game, but he puts up numbers. I think they're closer than you think.
That's
I'll
what I'm
still take Paul
saying. Like
George.
that's why I
Way
look
closer
like
than he
that.
thinks.
Huh?
It's way closer than he thinks.
Yeah, right. Like I look like that because I'm looking at the game from a basketball player's perspective, not just like how it looked on TV.
Yeah.
I will not sit here and lie. I am a little bit biased to the players that got smooth games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
KD and Tatum are my favorite three players. They all got smooth games.
Yeah.
won't
Don't
sit
get
here
me wrong. I'm still taking Paul George for now.
And that's another one. Luka got a competition with Tatum. So
So Chester, Luka's your boy, and tell the people why you don't mess with Luka. Supposed to
He
be.
don't play defense.
hey.
I'm consistent with it. It's
Yeah,
like
you
everyone.
gotta tell the people why you don't mess with him though.
It's two aspects of that game.
It's the same thing as James Harden. If you have the ball in your hand a lot, your numbers are going to look nice. It's the same effect. It's the same with Russell. Russell has the ball the whole game. He averages a triple-double. James Harden has the ball the whole game. He averages 30, 10, and 9. That's just what happens when you have the ball in your hands a lot.
Okay, and so I want you guys who play the game to understand me and the people. Why do you guys, people that you know, Prime, and people that you know, Chester and Frank, why do y'all fellow basketball people, why do they give James Harden and players like Kyrie, these players that don't play basketball the right way, and y'all coach too, why do they give these guys so much love when they don't play basketball the right way?
Because Allen Iverson is a GOAT, and that was his game.
But Iverson played defense. Don't do that. Iverson played D. Don't do that.
Iverson played on a team that played defense. Iverson just played passing lanes. That whole team was built around defense. Eric Snow, defense. Mutombo, defense. Theo Ratliff, defense. And like the whole team was defense. It's easier to play defense when you have people that's always in the right position.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think with Harden, I feel like it's a D'Antoni thing. Like his system, I hate watching the Rockets play.
I don't watch the Rockets play, bro.
Yeah, if you put Harden in a different situation, I still think he'd be really successful. But
man, they sold out on that that 3-point shot. They sold out.
But that's because D'Antoni told
it.
That's D'Antoni's system. That's always been.
I'm with Frank on that one. Like I can't. I really don't. I turn the channel. I won't watch that.
Because they didn't even let Chris Paul shoot all those mid ranges last year. That's Chris Paul's bread and butter, and like they wouldn't even let him do that. Like I don't know that team. That's just the system.
They got mad at Melo for shooting one in the game.
Yeah,
I had to apologize for making a basket.
For making a basket, bro.
No good.
Prime. I see your people, the people that's in the basketball community here, and they give a lot of love to Kyrie and James Harden.
They do because it's flashy though. They ooh and ah, and they like that. I don't care about none of that.
But they coach kids though. They are supposed to be making these malleable minds. They're supposed to be shaping them to play basketball the correct way. But your actions say, I love this player so much. I give this player a lot of clout. I'm on social media pushing this player, but I coach kids and tell them to play the right way. How am I, as a kid that's being coached by your people, your guys, how am I supposed to take that message in? That's the issue I have.
Hey, I feel you. And that's why when I coached for 2 years, I went to the finals 2 years in a row because I coached it the right way. I don't care about that. I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't even know how you do that.
Thank you, because I just need some type of clarity as to why we give so much clout to players that play bad.
But at the same time, some of them coaches and trainers and stuff that you're talking about, they play the same. They might say it, but they teaching them how to play the way that they like to see too, though.
Okay.
So they might speak it, but they also teaching it that way.
I don't look at it that way.
Well, that's it.
I look at it as if you can get a bucket at any time. In my whole life of playing basketball, that player always got the ball. They always played.
Yeah, like you get the person the ball who gonna score.
Okay, so what? Because we all know that the best scorer doesn't score all the time. You can miss 2 or 3 in a row. And what about when you giving up the same amount on the other end? Then what? Then what am I supposed to do? Then you're not playing.
That's why I like defense. That's why I preach defense. You got to play both sides.
Like I don't mind if you take a bad shot.
You can't give 30 and get 30.
Yeah, and I told Chester this all the time. Why I love Kobe. I said Kobe definitely takes bad shots, and that's why I don't put him over LeBron because he would take bad shots at the detriment of the team. to get his rocks off. But you know Kobe was playing defense on the other end.
That's what I'm saying. You live with
He
that
was
when you
playing
play
defense.
defense.
He was gonna hustle back and he's gonna get his behind back and play defense. And so James has been playing better defense in the bubble. I'll give him that. Frank was the one who put me on to actually look at James Harden playing defense. Frank used to
He's
always-
not as bad.
He's a good one-on-one defender, but
Yeah.
as far as like paying attention and like help
The team
defense, he's
defense-
not all there. But
The team, right?
No,
right,
as far
right,
as
right.
reaching, he's great. He's awesome. He's great at reaching, but if he has to slide his feet, you can get by him.
yeah.
Yeah. If you got to move laterally, that ain't it.
But I think the fact that he has to have the ball in his hands all game long, like you kind of got to give him a little pass on defense because like he could be tired. I guess same thing with Doncic. Like if they have the ball all game long, setting up for everybody else.
See, people keep on telling me that he got the ball in his hands. The load he got to carry means he don't have to play defense. Me personally, I don't think anybody's absolved from playing defense because if one person isn't rotating, if one player isn't
True.
communicating, as you know, Prime playing professionally, the whole defense goes to crap. So,
Yeah, facts.
so if you that tired, you need to go sit down there.
True.
See, my thing is if he played the game the right way, he wouldn't have to do all that.
Yeah.
But then that circles back to Frank's point is then Tony's system is all predicated on him playing the wrong way.
Bro, see, the thing is, when D'Antoni had that system in Phoenix, he had a point guard who was pass first.
That's first, yeah.
So he didn't have to worry about quick shots. Like, there was quick shots, but there was quick shots set up they was good ones.
Mhm.
Mari shooting at the elbow. Barbosa shooting his threes. And
Joe Johnson, they had Joe Johnson.
yeah,
in
Joe
it.
Johnson getting it
Quinn
at his
Richardson.
spot.
John Marion.
Yeah.
Marion getting his, like, they were all getting it at their spots. So, like, their shots were actually good shots. They didn't, but he ain't got somebody like that, right? So that system is just whoever get the ball first, shoot it.
They had Tim Thomas in the corner hitting threes.
Yeah,
all game long,
fact,
too.
right. That's
That's really
Diallo,
like the worst basketball to watch, bro.
It is,
That's
bro,
really rec. That's rec ball.
Yo, it is horrible. I get frustrated. I turn the channel, bro. I can't watch the whole
Yeah,
Rockets.
I hate watching the Rockets.
So
And
as
then they got
we're-
Covington at the
as we're
5.
Talking about these teams leads us into our next question. So we know the first round matchups right now.
Yeah.
Who do you think in the East and Western Conference has a good shot to create an upset?
Is a 5-4 an upset though?
No.
They're
I
pretty
was like,
easy.
thinking, like, because I was like, I don't know if that's an
Nobody
upset.
has home court advantage, so what's really an upset? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Like the Lakers were
there's
losing,
nothing. There's everything
that's
neutral.
I mean, take it granted. If
They're
Philly
playing
beats
the Blazers.
if Philly beat Boston, that's an upset. I don't care what nobody
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Philly's not. Nobody's playing. Ben Simmons or Embiid not playing.
Son. But if I had to choose one from the East, a legit one, I would say that Toronto Brooklyn one,
Oh,
only
you got
because
me.
Brooklyn
That
plays
was
so
mine.
hard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that the way Brooklyn plays is very conducive to them making a lot of upsets, and they got a guy who can hit shots at the end of games.
Yeah.
They're playing together on both ends, and they got a guy who can get a bucket when they need it. I mean, I don't see
Right.
why they win, but I just think Toronto been playing so long together, and they're very efficient from three. I think they're gonna get them just by.
Their
just by
chemistry is crazy.
blowout.
I don't think they're gonna do it, but if it happened, I'll be like, I understand. And I know, like, Orlando, they about to get their boot smoked, so I ain't even gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Atlanta's horrible, man. Oh man.
I don't know, man. Orlando not gonna get their boot smokes. That's a hard team to beat. I love Jason.
Ooh, didn't they just lost somebody? They lost was Isaac, I think. To
That's
injury?
what I'm saying. They ain't got it all. They ain't got enough. They might play hard. It might look good for like the first half to the third quarter or something.
Oh no, they gonna play
Yeah.
hard They gonna play hard till the last 5 minutes, and then they ain't got enough depth.
Yeah. They not. So yeah, for the East, for me, it'll be that 7-2 Brooklyn and Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto have been looking good, but like you said, that Brooklyn matches up real well with them.
Yeah.
They also, so I have a personal one. Somebody brought one to my attention. It might have been Chester who brought it to me, but I don't think so. So somebody told me that somebody said that they think the Mavs can upset the Clippers in the first round.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They have the most efficient offense in the league. They're the number one offensive rated team in basketball.
If
That'd
Tim
be
Hardaway
another
Jr.
one.
doesn't
for
take
his
stupid shots,
championship.
Oh, don't talk about Chester's boy. Chester messed with Tim Hardaway Jr.
if he takes, he's been good this year. If he starts playing like he did in New York, then it's over. If he takes bad shots, but
He
obviously he
doesn't
doesn't
take
get the
bad shots there.
To
He
be
gets a shot
honest,
in his spot.
right.
to be honest though, the Clippers like for them to have as much perimeter defense as they slack sometimes. Like they be
I
taking
agree. Yes, they do.
they take time off and it'd be like, all right, all right. And if you take time off on Luka and Porzingis, that could be curtains for you.
Yeah, because they all can shoot.
But
man.
they can switch Kawhi and Paul George.
No,
back and
that
forth
I
under
agree.
Luka and
Like,
tire him out.
if they keep that right, if they actually play it like how I know they could, then I don't think Dallas can beat them like that. But they have their moments where they just be slacking, and
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. They do have moments where they take lapses. I agree 100%.
That's
On the
why
West,
I
though, get behind
Michael
that.
Seven.
I mean, I feel like the Clippers got too much depth. They got too many.
oh,
good,
that's a fact though. Like
they got too many good players at too many different spots. Like,
Hey, yo, y'all sleeping on the Mavs.
No, I'm not
No,
though.
I'm
I just told you I'm not.
If the Mavs
Because
have,
I ain't
they don't
have
have Dwight
nobody
Powell,
say
right?
something about Seth.
No, they
Seth
don't
is
have Dwight
having a
Powell.
career
But
year.
Steph just got back last game.
They don't
He
have
been having a
Powell and
career
somebody
year.
else. They're missing two people. The Mavs, Powell and somebody else. I forget.
Yeah, they missed
Yeah,
somebody.
but Powell was just a backup for minutes.
True.
they got
you need
Boban.
that sometimes.
Boban's pretty good.
I mean,
Boban's
listen, you
decent.
throw
I like
Boban
Boban.
in there, you okay for a couple minutes.
But I like
Get every
Boban. I
decent.
like Boban being in it though.
Yeah.
But my matchup in the West though, like that upset though, I think would be that the Jazz and the over the Nuggets.
If the Nuggets win that series, that's not an upset.
No, the Jazz is the lower seed.
Okay, so you're saying if the Jazz beat the Nuggets? I don't feel like that's an upset though. Those are evenly matched teams. 4-5, they're evenly matched.
No, that's the 6-3.
No, they're not.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's 6-3.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4-5 is the OKC.
Yeah, that's the one I'm watching.
Yeah, that's a
OKC and
fact though.
Rockets.
I'm on that one.
That's another team, OKC, that play together, man. They play
Oh
together.
yeah.
People don't
Chris
give.
Paul got them looking like the old New Orleans.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he was the first one. I'll give it to you. He was the first one on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yo, who was?
Frank was on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh yeah, I used to come to you after my pizza shift was done and tell you he was gonna be nice.
Okay, yeah.
Shea is
I like him a
underrated.
lot.
I thought the Clippers, they should have fought hard to keep him because I saw it, and when he was in the Clippers, he was gonna be good.
That team would have been overpowered if they.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They should have fought to keep him, man, to keep him out the deal.
I got Shea. I had found out. I mean, not found out, but I was looking more at Shea towards the end of that. So like, yeah, that when they traded him, I said that I knew that they OKC got somebody. I knew that part. I didn't know how good he was gonna be, but I knew they got somebody.
And
Who's
Chester,
OKC playing again? Who they got first round?
Dennis Schroeder is in for Sixth Man of the Year.
He's always been nice. He was nice
Who?
in Atlanta.
Who?
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh,
Yeah, he's decent.
Dennis,
And then
I
Well,
like that. I like
he
Well,
that.
do
well.
his job.
Well, hold on. Dennis Schroeder was nice in Atlanta. Until they shipped out Teague, and then he was the only one there. Then it got a little rough for him.
he had to score.
As
He
a
had to
great,
score
he's
for
only a
something.
great backup. That's all they figured out. He's a great backup, and that's all he is. That's all he's been at OKC.
They I don't know, man. Okay, if OKC was it OKC versus Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they
Yes.
beat if they beat Houston, I won't be
I
surprised.
have the Rockets losing.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I almost
That's
was
when you're
about
going to
say
see how
100%.
important rebounding is.
I
Westbrook might be
definitely
out the whole series depending on that quad injury.
Yeah.
Steven Adams is
Oh.
going to dominate the
Yeah.
rebound.
That you want to see dominant rebounding? That's where you're going to see it at.
That's bro. That's dominant rebounding off the rip right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
No,
surprised.
The
man.
Rockets too small. They was stupid. They
They be having my boy PJ
Yeah.
Tucker looking like a scrub out there when he actually really is good. He
Yeah,
really is
their
good.
tallest
He's
player is
out there looking
6'8".
like a scrub having to deal with these 6,
Nah,
7-foot bigs.
Nah, he not that. Nah, he not that. We're not going.
He's a
We're
great
not
role
going to do
player.
that. PJ
You're
Tucker
right.
not
that
that.
nice.
He's
okay.
He's
He
a great
fits
role
in that system.
Easy. Come on now. Yeah.
Right. I
He fits in that
He's
system.
a
Yes,
great role
but
player. You're right. I give it to you. Y'all right. I give it to you.
I mean, we also. I mean, to be real, this Portland Lakers one, we definitely skipped over that.
Let's talk about it. That was mine. Let's talk about it. Now listen, this is my theory. This is why I'm gonna pick Portland. Have y'all noticed how much LeBron's been resting?
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed how many games he rests? When he was out there at the beginning of the bubble, he had 3 months off. Chester said no more excuses for LeBron. So LeBron don't get any excuses. Kawhi don't get any excuses.
Bro,
What?
EJ, stop with your hatred, man. Stop with your hatred. You can't listen. Have you seen how many people have been hurt in like this whole bubble?
No. We're not doing that, bro.
No, that's not an excuse, EJ. That's part of basketball. Injuries are part of basketball.
Yeah, he can't help that.
Okay, so you're telling me. Well, let me finish my point, then we'll go back. So LeBron has been resting a lot. He's not hurt. First of all,
He's 35. He's 35 years old.
oh my God, here we go, bro. Here we go. Stop.
Hey yo, find a regular 35-year-old and ask him to do 2 sets of suicides, and then you'll understand.
Is all these 35-year-olds in prime condition like LeBron? Do these 35-year-olds spend $2 million?
EJ, it don't matter who you are. Injuries don't care. Embiid and Simmons are out for their team. You can't stop injuries, bro. You can only try to protect yourself from it.
Listen, LeBron not getting no pass from me. He may get a pass from y'all, but he not getting a pass from me.
So when Pop was setting Tim Duncan and them down for national televised games, what was the problem then?
Oh, it wasn't no problem for me. No, it wasn't.
So why is it a problem now?
Because Tim Duncan's not widely considered the GOAT. That's what's the problem.
I hate talking to EJ.
Hey, yo.
Now listen, do y'all think that the Lakers got enough perimeter defense to stop Dame and CJ?
LeBron has never lost a first-round series in his life, but they need to play through AD more. I don't see them losing. I think it'll go 6. It'll go 6.
Listen,
But
I think it's
they gotta
know,
give
they
AD the ball a lot more.
I believe they need Avery Bradley and Rondo out there. And they
I agree. Yes, they do need
true.
them. I agree. When Avery Bradley said he wasn't playing, I said, yo, that's a big loss because that last claim they
So
played.
hold on. So he's not playing with his full team.
Oh, so that's an excuse is what you're saying.
Says we're not doing that.
I mean,
though.
if you're not playing with your full
thank you,
team,
Brian.
because Avery Bradley
Thank you,
just sat
Brian.
out to sit out. He sat out. He sat
Hey,
out.
yo,
He sat
I
out
get
with
you.
Right,
him
but
with
this
his
is why I
not
wanted
because
to
he's
come on
hurt.
the show. This is exactly why. Somebody
He got his boy J.R. in.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. JR that held the ball, ain't know to shoot at the end of the game.
Hey,
That's right.
look.
You're right.
That's a learning lesson.
In the finals? You
Hey,
know that
bro.
in grade school.
Man. See,
Hey,
LeBron, they already tooting up the horn for the excuses. But
yeah.
What's the
Outside of
excuse?
injury, there's no excuse, bro.
who's hurt for them, Chester? Who's hurt for them?
I didn't say no.
No, he said
Rondo
he's sitting.
You just said Rondo is a factor, but now
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because you want to make your point.
Rondo's
That's
back
why
in the
he-
bubble. He's currently quarantining. Rondo's there.
He
No,
can't play though.
Rondo
His
is
hand-
hurt.
Right,
He's
he
not
can't play,
playing.
right, because he's quarantining, right?
No,
Well,
his
he's
hand. He hurt his hand.
Oh, he hurt his hand too?
Yeah.
I think he's got a broken thumb.
Okay.
Yeah,
Couple
he
more
hurt his
weeks.
hand.
But I don't see a way. Like, I agree with you, Frank. They should play through AD more. But
Nah, that's a fact.
AD is, I don't think
He
he's a
gets
dog.
hurt.
He get hurt and he's
You
not a
don't-
dog.
Yeah.
He is the dog.
Well,
He's a dog.
he's
He
a
just
dog,
gets
yeah.
hurt a lot.
He does get hurt a lot.
He's a
But
dog.
it's-
He just gets hurt a
He
lot.
do get hurt a lot.
Dog, bro. I don't see it. He is nice. I'm not gonna take that away from him. I think he's top 5. But in terms of like they were saying on TNT, like in terms of him, you need 20 buckets in a row when it's a PJ Tucker guarding you. I don't think he got that in him. Especially in the playoffs. Like he was only good that 1 year Rondo was there. And somebody told me that there's a difference.
EJ, time out. Because you talking from like a small person. Let me talk from a tall person perspective. It's hard to score 20 buckets in a row when people get away with following you, and you can't do nothing about it. And the excuse is that you're smaller. So that's why PJ Tucker gets away with a lot playing with Houston and playing center.
And if you talk to a referee, they'll tell you that because you bigger, they don't give you as many calls as if you were smaller. They'll tell you that.
So how is Shaq able to average 30 and 15 then?
He didn't get a call. He didn't get enough calls. He didn't get a lot of
He
calls. Didn't get calls.
He
He took it upon himself to be like, hey, if I ain't gonna get a call, you gonna get hurt.
Yeah, Shaq's different. Like Shaq is, you can't
That's
compare
just a
Shaq and
different
AD.
situation.
Really, Shaq supposed to have the most free throws ever.
He should, yeah, 100%. He should.
Do you
Easy.
think that? Do y'all think that Nurkic can deal with AD? Nurkic and Whiteside.
he's-
can
No,
deal
too
with AD?
nimble. Too nimble.
Yeah.
Nurkic don't play enough
He's
defense.
got slow feet. Nurkic has slow feet. That high post is over every time. He can just drive right by him.
And I was thinking that too. I was like, yo, AD's kind of quick, and Nurkic is just like a true big. Like he catch him.
Allen was outplaying him.
Who?
Allen from in Boston and Brooklyn. And he was out hustling him everything. He was on the board. Yeah, he was killing him. So
And
now,
plus, he's just coming back from an injury too.
Yes.
True. Yeah.
Nurkic.
Oh, I'm
that.
not saying that, but I'm saying if Allen can do that, AD gonna do that and score.
Yeah.
Mm.
That shot that he hit the other day, that game winner where he put it through his legs and stepped back, I was like, wow, like that's because I know he's the handle life guy, and I know he be working on that, but I was like, I don't know if Nurkic can cover him if he pull him out to the 3-point line. I don't know if
People forget AD was a guard for like
right.
Most of his high school life.
Until 11th grade.
I don't really trust Whiteside guarding him either.
They're not.
Whiteside
didn't play hard enough.
I really don't like Whiteside.
I don't either.
Someone says that.
I used to like him, but he fell off.
Yeah,
he led the NBA in blocks. I don't think that's enough. Like,
yeah, his wingspan crazy.
Right. I'm about to give you credit for something I feel like you're supposed to do.
Yeah, fact.
Right.
Listen, if Pat Riley can't get you right, ain't no helping you.
Ain't no help.
Yeah.
Even Pat Riley, man. Y'all see my boy Deion Waiters? Y'all see him?
Hey, yo.
He looks
That's
decent.
my guy,
boy,
too.
you wasn't
That's
even
my
messing
guy,
with him.
I wasn't.
That's
You're
my
right.
guy.
Deion Waiters.
I don't think you did. EJ, that's my boy, but I don't think you deserve that shout out right there, bro.
Yeah. He got to hit a big three in the playoffs or something.
He got to do something first, bro.
Bruh,
His last thing in the news.
Play with the opportunities that he's been allotted.
I ain't taking none of that. Hey, when he was in Miami, he was working.
He was going crazy in Miami. Like he was doing stuff crazy. Like he didn't have his head on straight. Eating edibles.
Right.
Yo, I'm about to step out. I got to pick up my food.
I thought that boy said his boob, but I said what?
Yeah, but I think if Portland and the Lakers,
that's gonna be a big one, man. Because
I don't see the Lakers winning that because they got too much.
You're kind of right though. Like they don't have enough shot creating either. Like if LeBron LeBron can't dribble, they don't have enough people. Everyone just spots up and watches LeBron. Like we've seen that too many times on LeBron teams. Yeah.
Now that's a whole fact. Like because once LeBron has to do too much, I've been one of his biggest critics. At the end of the games, I'm like, yo, I don't think Bron can finish all that. But you also got to look at the fact that he has to do everything through the whole game.
Yeah.
Like literally everything through the whole. So
35, bro. I don't feel like that anymore.
By the time them last 3 minutes come, it's like help.
I do want to see him get one more. Like it'd be cool to see him win with LA. But
I can't. I ain't with you on that one. I don't want him winning nothing.
You don't want to see.
He said he wants to see him win one more.
No, just because I like AD a lot, so I want to see him win.
That LeBron better than Jordan chatter going to get a lot louder, and I'm not trying to hear that.
And I ain't trying to deal with none of that.
Yeah,
but now if Portland pull this one off,
you never did that.
If Portland pull this off, I can see them getting to the conference final.
Oh, there we go. You led us right into the last question. There we
go.
How
I did that, right?
Yeah, that is perfect.
He was looking at the chat.
Eastern Conference Finals predictions and your Western Conference Finals predictions.
Go first, Frank. I gotta think.
All right, so let's take it. Let's say the Blazers do win. We'll go from there. Say the Blazers win. I think the Blazers, because they'll be playing either OKC or Houston
or the Rockets. Yeah.
I think they beat either one of those teams. I think so.
Yeah.
So I say the Blazers, and then to me it's between the Nuggets and the Clippers. That's tough. I don't know. Like that, they both have crazy depth.
The Nuggets got enough depth to hang with the Clippers. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they don't have enough like superstar. Like I feel like at the end of the day, you need those superstars. No matter how much depth you have, superstars.
Superstars gonna win that for you.
And the thing is, Michael Porter. I told Trester, I said Michael Porter Jr. could be that guy in the next couple of years. Like that guy that's gonna take them big shots. Like their LeBron type guy. Like I like the fact that LeBron reached out to Michael Porter and was like, "Yo, keep doing what you're doing," because, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, he got that type of potential to be undoubtedly their best player. I know Jokic is on that team, but Michael Porter Jr. can dominate in more facets of the game.
Yeah.
So let's say Blazers and Clippers, and then that's a good story too, because like all the drama that went between like George.
That
and
what
him,
you're going
so
with?
that'd be cool.
Ooh, I swear.
You going Blazers and
That's a
Clippers?
good answer.
Boy, if that Blazers Clippers happen, oh my God.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's huge, man.
That'd be fun.
What
I'm
about
gonna be to keep it real. I'm gonna go with Frank because I think the Blazers can pull this off,
I think they could pull it off.
and I don't see like you said. I don't see the Rockets or OKC beating them, and then I'm gonna take the Clippers over the Nuggets because I don't think the Nuggets is quite there yet. Like
Yeah, they're not ready yet.
Yeah.
I think the experience of the Clippers will trump that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Blazers and Clippers too. But if I had to choose a different one, and this is like a hot take situation, like I would almost say OKC and Clippers. Because if OKC plays the Lakers, I think they got enough. They play team ball enough. They just play the game well enough to get them too. And I think Adams is big for them when it comes to like an AD situation. Like he might not stop him, but he'll make it like difficult.
And they got Nerlens Noel who they can throw at him.
Yeah, like they
great big, but he can move his feet like you were saying.
Mhm.
So pretty much, I'm saying the Lakers ain't gonna make it to the conference.
I'm not a believer in it, man. Like I want to be a believer, but they were shooting. They shot 33% from three. Y'all know that y'all have to be able.
Yeah.
You know, y'all gotta.
You got to.
Shoot.
You got
can't
to.
be
They have the
without
worst.
shoot.
They have the worst of the two Morris twins, in my opinion.
That's a fact too, though. Not for real. For real, they do.
They got Kiefer Marcus.
They got
Marcus, right?
They got Marcus.
They got
Marquise
Marcus.
is in the Clippers, yeah.
Whichever one was on the Celtics a few years ago is the good one, right? I'm pretty
Marcus
sure.
Morris.
Marcus Morris was on, so no. The Clippers got Marcus and Marquise is in the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah. The Clippers got the better one.
Yeah, they're both good though, but it's just a little.
Yeah. You could just tell it's a little bit.
I definitely got the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals just because.
Yeah.
I feel like they got too much depth, man, and depth means.
Yeah, Kawhi's not gonna lose. Kawhi's shown me a lot. Like
he's definitely not gonna lose.
Yeah.
And they got two bigs that can run and defend. Like when Trez get back and they get.
That's what I'm saying too. They getting Trez back.
When he get
That's
back,
huge.
he get right, and they got their full bench, like the full power bench.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on old Noah either. Don't sleep on old Joakim.
That's a fact though. Nah, real talk.
Good
He
boy.
ain't lying. Yo, my boy Noah's still out there, man. Don't look.
Boys,
Us Bulls.
It's gonna be like if Joakim Noah and LeBron get back together to play again. They hate
That'll
each
be that. Yeah, they do. That'll be fun.
like
They do hate
legitimately
each
in
other.
real life. They hate each other.
They don't like each other at all, bro.
I think LeBron. I think Joakim Noah hates LeBron, but LeBron doesn't care.
Yeah, LeBron don't care, but Noah gonna let it be known that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah does not like him, and I will pay to see that, bro. So I got the Clippers. That other team, man, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all
The
kind
West is
of.
gonna be fun.
It is.
It's fun as hell.
Y'all sold me on the Nuggets. I might have to go with them. Nuggets and Clippers.
Well, that's gonna be in the semi. They
So
play.
they got-
Yeah,
play
that'd be
with somebody,
that'd be
okay.
semi. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
man. Oh,
It's
The
out
top
of
half
the-
of the bracket's kind of weak.
so it's got to be the
Out of the Lakers. It's the Lakers, the Lakers and Blazers, Rockets and Thunder.
Man, you're right. This is tough because the East I know was gonna be, but man, I guess
If
I'm gonna go with
OKC
Blazers.
had one more
I'm
piece,
gonna go with the Blazers.
Yeah, if they have one more like.
OKC needs. I don't know what it is. Like something like. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of like a
that's-
small, like a do it all small forward somewhat. I don't know.
Who
Or
said
even
that
like a
right now?
support
Diallo?
four.
Yeah, they
alright.
need somebody in place of Diallo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So,
man. I'm
look-
gonna go Blazers and Clippers too.
Clippers.
I sold me on them.
I'm telling you, if OKC got to play the Lakers, the OKC gonna go.
I think if the Blazers can take game one against the Lakers, that'll change.
Oh, that's
how
yeah.
it's
Nah,
going.
that's it. That's
But
it. Right there.
remember, before Corona, Dame snapped for like 50 in LA. I remember that.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was hit
That was after
game.
Kobe
Like,
passed,
he
right?
snapped.
Yo, we gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Nah.
Eastern Conference. We got the Eastern Conference.
100% for sure. I think Milwaukee going.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I think they would match up with Miami in the second round if they beat Indiana, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say Miami, but like Milwaukee's gonna destroy them.
Yeah, none of them have enough. None of them have enough for Giannis. Like, I don't even know how you. And that's just that's like you said with the superstar situation. It's
Toronto
like,
had enough for Giannis.
Who?
you said Toronto has enough?
They had enough for Giannis last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they at the bottom. They got to meet them.
That's
So,
cool, man. I picked Milwaukee last year, and I regretted it. So this year, I'm going to go Heat and Boston.
nah.
I'm going to go Heat and
I
Boston.
can see where
That'd
you
be fun to watch. But I don't know. I think the Bucks have matured one more year, and like having both Lopez brothers, like they do.
That's crazy.
Things.
Like that's big too. Yeah.
Like, I like Coach Budenholzer. He has them playing together, the Bucks. But I think
It's gonna be the Bucks, bro. The Bucks is definitely gonna be there.
I can't get behind the man. Giannis
I just don't know if it's gonna be Boston or Toronto. So, but
You got to be able to shoot in the playoffs. So that's one thing. If Giannis needs just a mid-range pull-up, like that would change everything. Just give me a mid-range
But he
pull-up.
don't. He worked with Kobe for a whole summer and still didn't get a mid-range.
that don't just one summer ain't gonna get you no mid range.
Yeah.
You got to keep that going a little bit.
So you saying? Basically what you're saying is his game is still developing. He ain't got it yet.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. By the time he finishes, the offensive dominance that he gonna have is gonna be crazy. Because I think he worked hard enough and wants to be that great.
Yeah, I agree. And he's a dog on the defensive end.
We ain't even gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
I seen him.
He's wild for that headbutt the other night, though.
Yo, facts. That was a European.
Yo, he be having some
headbutt.
freaks during the game though. But I like that nastiness, man. There's too much niceness in the NBA now. Everybody want to be friends. Everybody
I want all that.
Paul George reaching out to Dame talking about something. I just want to clear the air. Like, for what?
Nah. That was because their family was beefing.
Oh yeah, both their girls were going at each other.
Yeah, like he had a cousin call up another. Like it was some other junk. They was really like beefing.
Aren't they both from Oakland too? They're both from the same city.
It's like,
yeah.
I'm not calling you up, bro. We're competing. I don't hate you in real life, but on the basketball court is war.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Nah,
but their girls made it personal. That's why their girls made it off the court. So they had to establish it.
Nah, you can't do that. Yeah, they had to apologize. They had to apologize on that one. that was going outside. But yeah, Milwaukee. I say Milwaukee and damn.
Boston.
Boston.
Not a believer in Boston?
I don't know. I feel like if you switch OG Anunoby on Tatum, he'll slow him down a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like.
Yeah, they got a lot of swing.
Like Toronto has that experience now, though. Like, no, granted they don't have Kawhi, but they still experienced all that, and they helped Kawhi. Like Kawhi didn't do it like Dolo for real.
Yeah,
Van Fleet helped, Pascal helped.
Don't let Chester hear you say that. Oh Lord, y'all go.
Listen.
I told you Kawhi not the best player. Look at that.
I ain't say he wasn't the best player, but I just say he didn't do it all Dolo. Like he didn't do it like completely by himself.
What were they? 16 and 11 last year without him. They were
exactly without him.
Yeah. So. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a fun playoffs. I'm definitely interested. Who won the playoff game? Is it over yet? The playing game.
Portland.
Pretty sure Portland won.
Okay, so we got Portland and Lakers, and I'm taking Portland definitely.
Yep.
So
Melo came through. They all came through.
Oh, he did he? Of course he did.
Melo had 21. Nurkic had 20 and 20.
Ooh.
They all had like their crazy numbers.
Yeah.
All right, here it is, man. Finals prediction. Everybody's got to get one. Finals prediction. Who's winning it? Who's in it and who's winning it?
I still think the Clippers. I think it's gonna be the Clippers in Milwaukee, and the Clippers gonna win.
Yep.
Ooh, I like it.
Me too. Same exact thing. I feel like that's like the typical pick, but like I feel like it's just gonna happen.
I got Heat Clippers. Clippers taking it.
And how many? Do the Heat?
You got the Heat and who?
Do the Heat get a game? Do the Heat win one? Or what do you think?
It's gonna be 4-2
Clippers.
4-2.
4-2.
Oh, you believe in
bullish on the Clippers.
Miami?
Yes, Miami plays defense and they also play together.
But you know how I feel about Jimmy Butler. Like I don't know. I'm not a huge Jimmy Butler guy.
Jimmy Butler, if anything, he changes the mindset of the rest of the team. If they see
absolutely, I agree with that. He's a cornball sometimes though. and
They
Cornwall gets you
scoring
knocked
ain't
out in
gonna
the
be
second
like
round.
that, though. They
You
gonna have
don't
to
think,
put
you
up
don't
some
think they got
points.
enough to beat Milwaukee? The Heat do?
Who?
You don't think the Heat got enough to beat Milwaukee?
No.
I think they do.
Who's
I
good?
think they got
Who's
enough
nobody?
Nah,
Nobody
no.
can guard Giannis on that team.
At all.
In the one game that they played in the bubble. It wasn't one, but the game they played them in the bubble, the last one, Jimmy didn't play, and Giannis dominated in that game. I think if Jimmy plays that game is totally different.
I think Giannis gets by Jimmy every play, and then you have Brook Lopez in the corner, so Bam's not there to help, and it's a dunk every play.
Good synopsis, man. We'll see, man. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see.
It plays out, man.
It's gonna
Who
be
y'all
good. It's
got
gonna
winning
be
the
good.
finals? It's final word. Who y'all got winning the finals?
I got the Clippers.
Who you got, Brian?
But I'm not gonna be mad if my boy Melo come out with one.
Wow, you going the Blazers? Wow,
Hey,
wow.
if my boy Melo can get one, I'm be lit.
Oh man. All right, y'all. I'm going Clippers, man. That's my prediction. They're gonna win.
All right. Well, we should revisit like half after the first
Absolutely.
round.
Thank you, Prime, for adding credibility to my YouTube channel. Now that I had somebody on here that has played professionally and that knows basketball, I don't think some of my takes are crazy. I'm glad that you offered some credibility to my YouTube channel. I
I
appreciate
got you, bro. You already know.
Frank,
I
thank
need
you
to
for
be on
coming out.
again
See-
too. I
Huh?
ain't running. I said I ain't running. I need to be on again too.
Yes, sir.
This is
I'm
fun.
glad you.
This is
I'm glad
real
you
fun.
put that fire under me. Like, yo, when are we gonna do this? And I told
Yeah,
you,
facts. I was running out. I was like, look, man, come on, bro. You gonna hit? I done got excited and everything.
you just gotta put that fire. But like I told you, I was gonna make it happen. I told Frank too.
Yeah,
That's a whole fact.
you had good questions set up and everything too. Like we talked for
because
what, hour and a half, 2
one
hours.
thing about the channels is you don't want this to go on forever and then people just talking and then people just stop listening.
Yeah.
You want the videos to be like short enough where people can watch and then have their takes or have their opinions on it too, which we did. And I appreciate everybody for coming on the Ham and Turkey YouTube channel. This will be up on YouTube probably tomorrow. So again, if anyone out there who watches these videos feel like you have the acumen to come and talk football or basketball, I want you to hit me on Facebook, Ernest Daniels, and we'll set something up. Just as I did with my two homies here, I set something up. They hit me on Snap, and they say, yo, let's get this together. We need to see more content from fans. I mean, stuff is opening back up, but people want to see content on YouTube. Everyone watches YouTube. So if you have any basketball, football knowledge you want to express on an outlet, let me know, and I will make it happen. And again, I thank all my fans, all my listeners, all my viewers for watching and tuning in to the Ham and Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.